Hey friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we are going to bury what we have affectionately deemed the green submarine. This is a 1,000-gallon propane tank that we are using to supply our whole house generator. It has been sitting here a couple of months, and so today is the day that we are going to go ahead and get it in the ground. It is specifically designed to go in the ground. The gas company knows exactly what we are doing, and so we told them that we want to bury a 1,000-gallon tank, and so this is the lovely green submarine that they brought us. I mean, does it not look just like a submarine? Is that not hilarious? Of course, the top part right here, that is the portion that has like the little top that the guys when they come to fill up the tank, that they will use that to access the tank itself. Of course, we're using the big heavy machinery. Jerry has got to the excavator and he is starting to dig that hole. Essentially, the tank is right at about 16 feet long, and so we're going to make a hole 18 feet long, and then it has a planting depth of 64.5 inches. So that is what the gas company has told us. Therefore, that is what we are doing. We are going to locate this lovely green submarine back here in the garden. We have not really developed this garden. This has been one of the actual very first gardens before we ever started the garden center and everything that we began developing here at the creek. And so this is a perfect little spot right in here for us to place this. It will be behind the limelight hydrangea, and Jerry and I had measured it off. So essentially right from where we started right here at the azaleas, and then he will go 18 feet back. Roughly, I believe it was 4 feet wide is what we need to do. So we're just getting this guy snuggled in here. The reason that we're doing this now, even though it is crazy cold, like so much of the country, we are going to be dry. So we're not going to have any rain anytime soon, and so this is the perfect time to do it. Obviously, there is no gas in the tank right now, because if there were, we would not be able to pick it up. But when the gas company delivered it, they told us, they said, now listen, as soon as you get this buried, call us, and that way we're going to come and put the gas in it, even though maybe your hole's not, completely filled in yet. But because if it does rain, it will be a submarine and it will float to the top of that hole. So we will call them tomorrow and they can go ahead and come and fill it up. So the reason that we do have this tank is y'all were with us back in maybe October, I believe it was. It was after Hurricane Helene, and that is a log that Brenna has. But it was right after Hurricane Helene, because we lost our power for a couple of days, which is not a horrible deal, but the nursery is tied to the house power line, power source, and as is the well. And so of course, when you have a garden center and plants, you kind of need water. So we went ahead and had a whole house generator installed. We went with a Generac. That's what the company that we source, this is what they use, and so this will go ahead and run our entire house. So you've got to have a power source for that. There comes in the gas tank, and so when you're running this size of a generator, it can go through 3 gallons of gas an hour. So you've got to have a nice source of gas so that you can have an extended amount of time, days, right? That's the whole point of having a whole house generator, because if there is some sort of natural disaster that your house is without power for days, odds are the gas company's not going to be able to come out, every other day and fill up your gas tank. So this is why we have that 1,000-gallon tank and why we are doing what we are doing. So step 1 is to get the hole dug. Then we've got to lift the tank. Thankfully, we have the machinery to do that, and place it in the hole. That is our goal for today, is get it in the hole, and then we will begin the process of running the line. So they left us all the things that we need, and I'm not even getting into that because I don't even know all the details of how that will work. But what I do know is that we will run a line from the tank, right? So from where it is, and then we'll have to cut a line, like trench a line, up to the generator and get all that connected. I honestly don't know if that's us doing that or the gas company doing that. I don't know all the details. All I know is that right now we have this green submarine that we need to get in the ground. So that is what we're going to do. It's going to take Jerry just a hot minute to get this hole dug. So while he is digging the hole, I am going to prune my beloved limelight hydrangea. I have had this limelight hydrangea for 15 years. Like, I've had it for a long time. And it is one of the first hydrangeas that I bought and planted in the gardens. So she has a lot of sentimental value. And you can see, we've talked about this many times. We've been here many times before. But this is kind of that natural wooded area. We do want to develop this area. But, you know, such is life. But so this hydrangea has been here, and I've kind of, you can see, created almost, it's not a standard, but I have limbed it up. So it's a multi-trunked tree, if you want to call it that. And so it was honestly just out of necessity, because sometimes, you know, the weeds would get out of control and they would start to kind of get in the way. This way, if I do have weeds that grow, we can easily get a weed eater in here and clean it all up. But this limelight hydrangea has been here and has been absolutely beautiful. It is time to go ahead and prune her, and especially since Jerry's going to be lifting up the tank over the hydrangea, so it's going to go over the hydrangea and then come down here in the hole. So that is what I am going to do. We have talked about how to prune panicle hydrangeas quite a few times, and this is a great one because you can see exactly why we pruned those panicle hydrangeas. So a couple of years ago, I would have pruned it right here, and you can see that we got lots of side shoots off of that. And then the next year, we had a side shoot right here, and I pruned it here, and we get the two little shoots. Same thing here, pruned it here, and you get the two shoots. So wherever you have those little leaf buds that you can see, like one will be right here. See, you see a little bit of that swell? That's where you want to prune it, right above that, because this will become a branch, and then on the other side, that will become a branch as well. If you have anything that is dead, you need to go ahead and take that out as well. It looks like this limb is dead. It is brown. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. All right, can you see where it's just brown? It just looks really dead. And you can, yep, see, that's what you can do, is I can go ahead and come in here and just snip it, and if it snaps really, really easily, then that is dead. As opposed to coming to this one, right, bend it, it is very pliable. The camera's trying to focus really hard, but it is very pliable and it does not snap. Therefore, this one is not dead, but this little guy right here is dead. So I will come and I will go all the way down to right here, and I will go ahead and trim it back down to here. Anything that's dead, you go ahead and trim out. we got the tank is in the ground, and then the next step, because it is a buried tank, we have to put these 2 bags, and they are a magnesium anoid. I don't know what they are. And so basically what Jerry's going to take that, and then there's that wire is connected to the bag, and then we stick that wire through the tank.
Yeah, we go down there and it wraps around the tank.
So it's going to come through here. There's 2 of them, and so what this does is that is evidently what prevents the bag, the tank from rusting, because obviously we don't want to have a rusty tank in here. So there's already one. You can see just that little bit of white down there. There's one on that side, and then they just threw the other one down here, and it's very hard to see with all the roots right there. And then they are going to put it through, wrap it. Very interesting. I don't know how all this works. Jerry seems to have a better idea of this than I do, so working on it. All right, so basically those wires are going to be in contact. You can see it's kind of curly-whirly right there on the side, and then the other one's on the other side, and then that is what prevents, like I said, prevents the tank from rusting. Now what Jackson's going to do is go ahead and begin backfilling with the soil, because we have just a little bit of soil here that needs to go back in the hole. All right, my friends, so Jackson is filling in the hole, just getting all that soil back on top of the tank, so she's nice and secure. I think it was a lot heavier than Jerry thought it was going to be, and so he gave it the old college try and called in reinforcements, and then Jackson was able to get it into the hole. I'm telling you, the kid is not even 15 years old, and he is an absolute wizard on that excavator. So I kind of see the future is bright for him with excavator work, because he is an absolute genius. But got it into place, they got it level. They had to do just a little pulling and a little tugging with the excavator to get it level in there. It doesn't have to be perfectly level, obviously, but it needs to be as level as possible. Had to do a little shoveling out on one end and got it all nice and snuggled down in there. It is very cold here. This is when the blast is coming through, and I'm telling you, even though I have my little fingerless gloves on, I am frozen. This southern girl is not used to these temperatures. Even though it is a gorgeous sunny day, it is cold. It has stayed below freezing all day today, and for us in North Carolina, that just does not happen. I know you Northerners, y'all are some tough people. I'm a wimp when it comes to this much cold. So anyway, we're just getting it all filled in, but just, a little project here on a nice cold brisk day. It feels good to get the green submarine in the ground and out of the yard. We'll keep you updated on this area, kind of give you another behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure that our day is just about done, because it's about 4 o'clock. The sun is setting and the temperatures are dropping even more. So as always, thanks so much for regarding Creekside. Y'all have an amazing day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.